Yeah, rivals, it's a dangerous guy because it's a boxing. One punch, go home. This is dangerous, man. I know, but.
So therefore, the only way, if anyone is to beat him, is by knockout. And this isn't Floyd Mayweather boxing at 147 pounds and probably being in the ring at 155, maybe something like that. This is Oleksandr Usyk.
Number 2 in these defenses.
Yeah.
Fury perceived number 1. AJ at the time 1. Dubois number 2. He's taken like, all right, who's the next in line? Right, I'm fighting him.
Yeah.
That's the way he's doing it.
During a live interview, Oleksandr Usyk took a confident jab at Floyd Mayweather, stating that he spent his entire career facing top-tier opponents and consistently coming out on top. He went a step further, claiming that even at this stage of his career, his footwork is superior to Mayweather's. Usyk's remark wasn't just playful banter. It was a pointed reminder of his world-class conditioning and the elite competition he's conquered to reach the pinnacle of the sport.
Terry, don't be afraid.
Good evening, hope you're enjoying our Monday night football coverage. Oleksandr Usyk, not a bad striker in his time. Thierry and Jamie are in studio. If you were fighting Thierry Henry, how would you get inside of his head?
Yeah, Terry is great player, but hey, Terry, my legs be better with you. Terry, don't be afraid. My legs better.
What'd you make of that?
Sometimes you have to stay in your lane, and I will stay in my lane.
As Oleksandr Usyk approaches the final chapter of his storied career, just 2 fights remain before he steps away from the ring. This has sparked a surge of anticipation across the boxing world. Fans, analysts, and fellow fighters are all closely watching his next move. With a legacy already cemented, Usyk's next opponent, whoever it may be, will inevitably share in the spotlight. The buzz surrounding his final bouts is immense, as audiences eagerly await the conclusion of a legendary journey.
From Usyk that he's got 2 more fights in the bag at this point, that you reckon, yeah?
I interviewed him before. I sat down with him and had a chat with him before the Dubois fight. And yeah, he was just like, I've got 2 fights left.
So he's never fought in the Ukraine, he's never fought in his home country, or defended his title, I should say. So that's got to be on his wish list.
I would imagine so, but with what's going on in this country, which is just a disgrace. It's still going on. That's not going to happen anytime soon.
Anytime soon, no. But hopefully we'll get some peace there, and then maybe you will get the
I'd
chance
love to, yeah. I'd love to see peace in this country and for him and his family. And that would be an amazing event.
As Oleksandr Usyk approaches the final phase of his legendary career, the WBO has officially mandated that he defend his undisputed heavyweight title against interim champion Joseph Parker. With multiple fight options previously in play, this matchup has quickly gained traction. Both camps now have 30 days to reach an agreement before a purse bid is triggered. Parker's recent wins over Deontay Wilder and Martin Bacall have significantly boosted his profile, earning praise from fans, analysts, and boxing greats like Lennox Lewis. Promoter Frank Warren has thrown his support behind the fight, viewing it as the ideal challenge for Usyk as he prepares to close out his remarkable journey in the sport.
My gut feeling is that Joseph Parker fights for the WBO belt, but he doesn't fight Oleksandr Usyk. He fights the next man up. I haven't got the list in front of me, so I don't know the rankings. So I guess if you're Joseph Parker, the question is, I mean, what is it you want? Ultimately, if you want a world title shot and you think you've been blackballed from getting a world title shot or pushed to the back, then, well, here it is. Here's your world title shot. You're going to fight for a world title, right? But if you're Joseph Parker, and I spoke to Andy Lee, it isn't just a case of fighting for a world title. You want to fight the number 1 for the world title, and that guy is Oleksandr Usyk. I would have given Joseph Parker the mic. And I would like Joseph Parker, because there's a mean side to Joseph Parker. I think everyone sees the friendly side. I've seen the mean side.
Rising star Jai Opataya has publicly expressed his admiration for Oleksandr Usyk and his desire to one day share the ring with him. To Opataya, Usyk represents more than just a dominant champion.
I know a goal of yours is to go to heavyweight. You're giving me a little smirk. Like, is that like a dream scenario for you to fight one of those 2 guys?
I would love to fight Usyk, you know, respectfully. You know, I've always been so close to him. You know what I mean? Like I was, but I was 16 years old. I qualified for the Olympics. I competed at 17, little kid, and he won that Olympic Games. Like I've always been there. You know what I mean? I've always just been. It wasn't my time yet, you know, but I feel like my time.
Oleksandr Usyk has built an extraordinary legacy by consistently taking on the toughest opponents in the heavyweight division. Unlike many champions who spent most of their careers in lighter weight classes, Usyk moved up and didn't take the easy route.
Is by knockout. And this isn't Floyd Mayweather boxing at 147 pounds and probably being in the ring at 155, maybe something like that. This is Oleksandr Usyk, who is fighting big men, sometimes giving up 40-pound weight advantages. And unfortunately, that does mean that if Oleksandr Usyk goes on for 4, 5, 6 more fights, of course, he is going to be defeated, in my opinion. But I would love that to not be the case. I would love it to not be the case. What I would love to be the case right now, as a boxing fan, is Oleksandr Usyk to walk off into the sunset. I think he's proven everything that he could possibly prove. And
what sets Oleksandr Usyk apart from his peers isn't just his undefeated record. It's how he earned it. He never shied away from risk. He welcomed it. Every opponent posed a serious threat. Every stage came with pressure. Yet Usyk consistently rose to the occasion with brilliance, composure, and exceptional ring IQ.
Over sort of Oleksandr Usyk's status compared to Evander Holyfield. Listen, that argument, a lot of people wanted to rubbish that at first. That argument is a real argument that can be made now. Because when you look at what Oleksandr Usyk's done, remember Evander Holyfield was in a cruiserweight division that, I'm not going to say was in its infancy, but it wasn't, it wasn't the cruiserweight division that Oleksandr Usyk was in. The cruiserweight division that Oleksandr Usyk was in, I believe, was a more stacked, more competitive.
Floyd Mayweather has long been hailed as the pound-for-pound king of his era, renowned for his flawless technique, defensive mastery, and unblemished record. His dominance across multiple weight classes secured his place among boxing's all-time greats. But in today's landscape, Oleksandr Usyk has emerged as a compelling counterpart.
I think Floyd is one of the worst fighters ever. That's my hot take on Floyd. Now let me stop trolling. Now that I got y'all baited in. I think we always say like, oh, how great Floyd is. But when you really sit there and think about it, Floyd was really special. Like, when we talk about generational, it's going to be a very, very, very long time till we see Floyd. Like, Pernell was great. He was a great defensive wizard. Pernell trapped himself a lot. He was able to find himself out of his own traps. Pernell would give up outside lead foot position to a lot of big punchers, and he was still able to be elusive and get away. That's impressive. Floyd would sit on the ropes.
Floyd Mayweather's legacy is built on precision, control, and flawless execution, while Oleksandr Usyk's is defined by movement, pressure, and mental sharpness. Usyk's path has been forged through hard-fought battles and a relentless pursuit of tougher challenges, never taking the easy route.
In different directions. Even I wasn't sure because although I believe Usyk is the fighter of the generation in this weight class, he's at an age where, overnight you sort of show up and you don't have it anymore. Ali randomly lost to Leon Spinks around this age and whatnot, So you could get where all of a sudden, it's not there on the night. So, and you had
and heavyweights takes 1 second. One split second, you're off.
Yeah, exactly. And you also had a very motivated Dubois to add to that second, who's a very powerful puncher and has sort of this bully mentality when he gets you in an uncomfortable position. But, Usyk, flawless performance technically, stepping out to that weak side consistently, mixing up the jabs, making things uncomfortable for Dubois rhythm-wise.
Turki Alaşlık has emerged as a key player in modern boxing, renowned for making high-profile matchups a reality. His involvement has fueled speculation that even the most unlikely fantasy fights, like a potential Mayweather return to face Usyk, could actually happen. While the chances may be slim.
Turki Alaşlık might be the only billionaire I truly like. Don't get me wrong, if you're a billionaire, you're probably hiding some pretty shady stuff, not gonna lie. But this dude is a G. If you know, you know. This guy is a huge combat sports fan. Mostly boxing. This guy does everything he can to try and create the best boxing events in the world. Dude uses his money for the power of good by creating the most testosterone, aura-filled boxing matches imaginable. And after, it seems like forever, months, maybe even years of him trying to get Canelo Alvarez to fight Terrence Crawford, he finally penciled it in. He got it done a couple months ago. Here's why I'm making this video. Turki Alaşlık.
One of the most admired qualities of Usyk's career is his character. Despite his numerous championships and accolades, he remains humble and grounded, a stark contrast to fighters like Mayweather, who often thrive on bravado. Both analysts and fans have praised Usyk's humility as a true sign of respect for the sport, his opponents, and the fans. This rare trait among elite athletes makes his greatness feel even more genuine.
He gets it wrong. You don't box this guy. It's like, I cannot explain it to you in a way you understand. You can't box him.
He's just too good.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, forget good, he's amazing. Yeah, he's great, he's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation. You understand? We have to give him the credit where it's due. Yeah, he is that guy.
From the very start of his career, Usyk chose the toughest path. Rather than cherry-picking easy fights, he consistently pursued elite opponents, often battling them on their home turf. He traveled, adapted, and triumphed against a diverse range of styles and environments.
Has dropped Daniel Dubois! What a shot! I'm sorry. I can't help it, man. I fucking love this. Honestly, I fucking love this game. He's missed it! It's over! It's over! That's the greatest of all time! Fuck me. I'm sorry for going on like a lunatic, right? But it was unbelievable. And it's funny how this fight all came about, right? The controversy in the last fight, which for me was never controversial. It was a low blow, simple as that. And I don't think we've ever seen Oleksandr Usyk ever look for an easy way to win. In fact, I think of all the fighters on planet Earth, he is the one who takes the hardest road.
Boxing trainer and analyst Rusper described Usyk's mindset during his recent fight as a quiet fury. Despite his tremendous success, Usyk still felt underappreciated by parts of the boxing world, especially some figures in the British media. That feeling of being overlooked became a driving force for him. Rusper explained that Usyk didn't step into the ring merely to win. He came to leave no doubts. His intense focus and calculated aggression made it clear he wasn't just defending his titles. He was solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest boxers of his generation.
I think he went out there with bad intentions, didn't he? I think he was on a mission to prove that, 38 isn't old yet. And I was talking to some other guys, including Richie Woodall, and saying that, he's gotten better. If you look at his last 3 fights, the first Fury fight, second Fury fight, and this one, each one has gotten better, more dominating each time. So, age is a number, I guess. When you're in the gym all the time, it takes a long time to age.
When we spoke on Thursday, I could tell you were genuinely confident, but did you believe it could be so early and so conclusive?
No, I'd be lying to you if I said that. No. I thought it could be dominating. I thought he was doing the things that I think Dubois did, what I expected him to do, and Usyk did what I expected him to do.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for what's coming next. See you next time